When using a drill bit for the cutout, be sure that the container is firmly secured against a permanent fixture, such as a wall, for example, with the use of a clamp, making sure that it doesn't move to the left or to the right, neither up or down. And the container preferably should be placed upside down with a lid on it to give it nice rigidity, and the drill bit at a lower speed setting possible. Once the offcut is removed after drilling, clean the outside of the entrance using a blade in a sweeping action, trying not to cut inside the cutout area to leave the diameter round and perfectly in order without any jagged edges, especially on the inside. Then you can place in the back plate, and if it is cut correctly, the back plate should stay in position while your hands are free to place over the foam washer. It's not secure, but it is in position, and you place through the compression tool from the inside of the container facing outwards, with the threaded part of the bolt facing upwards and the head of the bolt on the inside of the container. Put on the nut supplied, or the 13mm nut that we supplied, and tighten it all up by hand, getting a good feel that everything is lining up correctly before you use your 13 spanner or your ratchet, which tool you prefer. There's also an example of the clamp used to hold the bucket into position. Now that has been secured by hand. I can basically start tightening it from the outside, the inside using it as an anchor just to hold it steady with the head of the M8 bolt or nut, or whichever product you did choose. And you start tightening it by hand. Remember, it is by hand, so you never want to apply too much pressure. And you're holding it the whole time on the inside of the container. Your other hand is anchoring the bolt and the wooden discs from actually turning and giving you a nice secure fit. Often you'll hear a bit of a snap, or you might feel the snap, depending on the thickness of the wall of the container. Once you feel all is secure and the spout will not turn freely, you untighten your nut and you remove the compression tool and double check again that the spout doesn't turn clockwise or anti-clockwise. Then a very, very important part is to cut the oversized square washer that we supplied. You trim it down to size with a sharp blade. Do not pull or tear, or it has to be cut smoothly as paper. This will tear in any direction, but has a very strong downward pressure that it can handle, and all should be secure.